Coffee number 8, 89.8. Coffee number 9, 85.
There's one coffee here that is probably the best coffee I ever tried. It's a coffee that you can put in an espresso, or you can sell straight, or it's beautiful. Just unbelievable when you find something like this. It's Ethiopian Arar. It's absolutely fantastic.
ቤልጅየም ነው የሚለው። አዎ ልክ ነው። አንሳ አንዱ This is our coffee, Oromia Coffee Union. It's ready to go to Belgium now. It goes to Antwerp, Belgium. ሐረር ነው አይደል? ሐረር ይላል። ሰሞን እኔ በጣም ይሄ ጆንያ ነው ያዋረደን እኔ ዓለም ላይ እንትን ብሎ ጆንያ በቃ በየርኩበት ቁጥር አገር ጆንያችን ሳይ ከሌላ አገር በሙሉ ኋላ ቀረኛ ጆንያ ነው። የታጠበ አይደለም እንዴ? This is my coffee. Let me show you. Yeah, this is sun-dried Harar. One of the best coffees in the world. There is no coffee which is as quality as this coffee, but we are getting very low price. You see, the price has affected all the people involved in the coffee trading. If the price of coffee had been higher, you can see all the machineries will be fully engaged in processing the coffee. But nowadays, there are only few people engaged. And as you can see, there is a lot of coffee which is not loaded because of people are waiting for a better market. are heading to the coffee area of Konisa, which produces Sidamo type of coffee. All the coffee from this area goes to the Western world for consumption. We export it to Europe, we export it to America and Australia from this cooperative. So I'm visiting the farmers to see how they are planting and how they are managing their coffee field. This is the center of our cooperative called Lensomo Kanisa, and this building belongs to them. Sini buna tokko biyya alaatti meeqatti gurgurama sinitti fakkaata. Siniin takka kan dhugamu. Namni beeku jira. Sin keessa. Tokko meeqa sinitti fakkaata? Injiri namni beeku. Maarami meeqatti gurgurama beektani? Siniin takka birii takkaami? Birii tokko. Biyya faranjitti garuu bunni siniin takka birii deebii hedduu. Kilo tokkorra buna sidii meeqatu baay'een beektu? Kilo tokkorra buna sinii 80tu. Buna kilo tokkorra. Sinii 80. Sinii 80 sun birrii 25 noggoon ooftan meeqata? Birrii 200 ta'a. Kiloon tokko meeqa baasee jechuudha? Birrii 200 baasee jechuudha. Isin asitti kiiloo tokkoof meeqa argattan? Birrii 4-5 kana hoolaaltan maal isiniif fakkaatame?
Maaf gabaan gadi aana silaa bunni likkii warqiitti oola jedhanii reedoolleen bunnaa jetti malee gurra qofa dhageenna malee waan nu bayeeruun qabu.
Ka ittiin quufeef ka ittiin gabbatellee warruma naggaatu asuma keessaan bitan akka ka alaa hin dhunne hin dhoowwan.
Keessattuu immoo rakkoon kenna bunni kenna yennaa nu bilchaatee silaa guyyaa gurguraa ge'u kaane nama tokkocha dhufee hagasi isinirraa fudhadhanuun jedhe. Nama tokkochatti shilingii sumunaan jedhee kiiloo qofuu dhaabbata. Gabaan temeniin nu bayee hagasiin bitamaa rabarana wanni jedhanuun jiru. Gabaan kan nama tokkochaati. Waan kana ta'eefi buna kenna yeroo nurraa fudhattan beektanii kaatanii yoo dhuttanii kaatanii nurraa fudhattane. Gabaa herregameen isinuu herreddanii kaatanii akka nurraa fudhattanu kan nu barbaannu.
Kanarratti waan hin dubbadhuun qabaan. Maabarri buna biteessan akka nutti dhiyeessu isinuu hin beektan miti. Yuuniyeetti eega dhiyeessan booda bu'aan argame sun immoo deebi'ee maabaraaf kenname maabarri immoo bu'aa lammataa akka isinii kaffalu hin beektan. Kara keenyan gabaa gaariitti gurgurree bu'aa lammataa akka argattan godhuudhaaf nuyi kara keenyan qophaa'aadha. Kana waan ta'eef cimtanii buna qulqulluu wallaa keessanitti akka dhiyeessitaniin isinitti himaa jechuudha.
What you're watching there is a centralized marketplace where buyers and sellers congregate to establish the price. Last year, the notional value of all of the coffee contracts that was traded is about $140 billion. Coffee is the second most actively traded commodity in the world market. A lot of contracts are based upon the price of the New York Board of Trade coffee contract. The producer knows what he can expect for his coffee. The buyer knows what he's going to pay for his coffee because they don't establish the price. The price is being established here, and most people in the world who get involved in the coffee industry pay attention to this price every day.
It looks like one of the circuits is down at LIC, and that's what was causing the problem.
Oh, let's try $1 calls. So this screen just gives us an idea what's going on every day as it happens, and this is the prices that we're reporting out. About 50,000 screens around the world that are getting our prices, and they need to get them as they happen. Most of the major coffee companies in the world, if not all of them, use the futures market to offset a lot of the risks that they normally would have. So if they establish a selling price for their coffee, well, they need to make sure that they can buy coffee at a price that will make that selling price produce a profit. So it's very important to all the major coffee companies around the world.
Asli. Paris. Dana. Ndin nacho. Dana. She is my wife, Rosa, who is always missing me because of my travel a lot to the coffee areas and to abroad. And also she supports what I am doing.
ምክንያቱም ያው እግዚአብሔር ሰውን ለሰው ይሰጣል ይሄን በልፋቱ ነው ያገኘው ማለት ስለሚለፋ ነው ለሊትም ቀንም ስለሚረፋ ህዝብንም ስለሚያገለግል ለገበሬው ደግሞ በጣም የቆመ ነው ገበሬውን በጣም ይወዳል በጣም ነው የሚወደው ገበሬውን እና በጣም ደስ ይለኛል በዚህ ገበሬውን ይወዳል ሁሉ ጊዜ ለምንድነው የኢትዮጵያ ገበሬ በእግሩ የሚሄደው ይላል ጫማ ማድረግ አለበት ሀብታም መሆን አለበት እየሰራ ቡና እየሸጠ ለምን ድሃ ይሆናል የሚለው ጥያቄ ሁሉ ጊዜ አለ አይምሮ ውስጥ ስለዚህ ይሄንን ነገር በቃ ሰፊ ለማድረግና ብዙ ለመስራት ያቀደ ሰው ነበር እግዚአብሔር ደግሞ አከናወነለት
My wife is interested in having cows and just to have milk for our family. And I also like to have them because I used to take care of animals when I was very small. Until my age of 18. Until I finished my high school and joined university, I used to help my families on the farmers, taking care of animals, farming, plowing, and digging, and so on. So I don't want to lose that spirit.
E il caffè per gli italiani la mattina la prima cosa è il caffè. Il buongiorno, il sorriso, il caffè. Il caffè proprio fa andare avanti la giornata. Senza il caffè sono tutto cupi. Una volta apprezzavano di più, adesso dipende da molto dal baristi, perché i baristi devono curare un po' di più il caffè. Molto importante. Ci sono pochi che curano il caffè, mettono là così via. Il caffè ha un'importanza fondamentale, perché ogni caffè è un cliente, ogni cliente è un caffè, quindi è molto importante. Tutto sembra facile, però bisogna mettersi dietro un banco e cominciare a lavorare. E bisogna curare, questo è l'importante. Avere la passione per curare il caffè, che non è facile. I macchiati e poi...
There are middlemen here. There are coffee collectors, coffee suppliers, and coffee exporters who are bidding for the coffee. The coffee exporters are on the right side, and these are all this big volume. On the other side is coffee suppliers who are bringing coffee from different coffee growing zones in the regions in Ethiopia. The big multinationals have offices here. For example, Taloka is buying for craft food, and Volcafe is buying for Nestle and also Starbucks. And there are also other big buyers in Europe like Delmeyer, who is based in Germany, buying for different roasters around the world.
አንድ ሞብላክ ሁለት ባግሪ ሶስት ሞብላክ አራት ባግሪ አምስት ሞብላክ ስድስት ባግሪ ሰባት ሞብላክ ስምንት ባግሪ ዘጠኝ ሞብላክ 300 ባግሪ አንድ ሞብላክ ሁለት አንድ ሞብላክ 301 አንድ
The auction price is mainly based on the New York Sea market. If the New York is down by 5 cents today, the coffee exporters are going to buy the coffee for 5 cents down today. Once the coffee is bought from here, the coffee buyers or the coffee exporters are going to unload the coffee at the warehouse, and they process it and sell to their buyers abroad. And after that, the buyer is going to distribute this coffee to roasters. And the roasters are going to buy this coffee, distribute to roasters. The roasters again roast the coffee and they sell to retailers and the cafes. Coffee reaches the consumer after this end, after 6 chains. We are cutting the chains like coffee suppliers, collectors, and also middlemen in between. And we are eliminating these, directly linking the farmer through their own cooperative and through their union directly to the roaster. So about 60% of the chain is removed by working through cooperatives.
From Ethiopia. This is from the region called Irga Café. If you look here, Irga Café. It's a very high area, beautiful mountains, and this is maybe the best region for Ethiopian coffee.
Noi comperiamo caffè dalla maggior parte dei paesi che producono caffè di buona qualità, ma caffè di tipo arabica, non caffè robusta, perché noi non usiamo caffè robusta nella nostra miscela, perché è un caffè che generalmente ha una qualità inferiore come aroma e ha una quantità più elevata di caffeina, quindi non vogliamo utilizzarlo per la nostra miscela.
purchase a coffee that is special, a lot that you cannot exchange with any other lot, which is unique. So this is something that does not belong to the kind of negotiation that is made in New York. New York is commodity. We don't purchase commodity coffee. If the coffee is perfect, then really you have an intensity and a balance and a complexity of the aroma that is wonderful. You have chocolate, you have flowers, you have fruits, you have honey, you have toast, you have all kinds of complex aromas. The quality of a cup of coffee depends from the 50 bean that you need for preparing an espresso. 7 grams of coffee means approximately 50 beans. So they must be all perfect, because if you have a bean that is not perfect, it is like making an omelette of 50 eggs with one rotten. You know what it will be the result. The rotten will be dominant. The same is true for one defective bean in 50.
They are picking coffee. The workers here are getting $4.50, which is less than half a dollar a day. They work 8 hours, full 8 hours, and they are getting half a dollar a day. You see how they are very busy. They are working by their 2 hands, picking poor quality coffees.
I don't want that. Sounds good to me.
So how you feeling?
I feel better than ever, man. I make coffee for a living and I get paid for it. So, nothing I can complain about.
Nervous?
No, not at all.
Where are you from?
Vancouver, Canada. Thank you.
Looks like this year is going to be our most exciting World Barista Championship yet. Thank you, everyone, for your interest and your support of the barista craft. That's yourselves. Please give yourselves a round of applause.
Completely nervous, cold hands, and really nervous for her.
$36 doesn't sound like a lot, but when you see the countries like Estonia and some of these third world countries that have grown and participated now, it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Tell me the lady who just competed, the first lady. She's from Estonia?
Estonia.
Tell me her name.
I can't remember,
That's okay,
I'm sorry.
but,
it's very complicated.
Okay, everyone. Please welcome Salvatore Piccolo from Canada.
I'm nervous. I want him to win. He's one of my best friends. I want him to win more than I'd want myself to win.
I'll be starting off with a cappuccino, followed by an espresso, and then I'll be finishing with my signature beverage, which I call hemispheres.
He's the world latte art champion as well. He finished second last year. He worked really hard this year to be 10 times better than he was last year. I think he's got it done. He's really doing a good job. He's, perfected his craft, and he's really worked hard at it. He's really done a good job.
Ladies and gentlemen, this drink is here live.
ይሄ ፋይቶ ሰነተሪ ስንት ቀን ሆኖታል እኮ ከሄደ ምን አለ በየቀኑ ብትጨቀጭቅልን እኮ ቶሎ ይሰሩታል። ምንድን ነው ኳሊቲው? ለምንድን ነው የሌለው? These are the coffees which are sold to buyers and roasters around the world and roasted at their companies. These are the coffees which are roasted in UK, Asda. These are the coffees which are roasted in Minneapolis by a company called Peace Coffee. And there are also a lot of coffees which are just sold around the world in these 5 years after the formation of our union. Our main aim is to bring more money into the coffee growers' pocket. This is our general idea, and to improve the farmers' life.
Gaafa tokkoy sadaffaan dhiyaatee lamaaf 97 kennameef. Gaafa 28 immoo dhiyaatee lamaaf 90 kennameef.
We asked our farmers how much do they need for the real cherry, a kilo of real cherry, which we are paying a maximum of 2 Ethiopian birr at this time. And they said, to make us live a better life, send our children to school, feed enough, and have good clothing and good life, we need for a kilo of red cherry 10 birr, which is the price which they are getting for the red cherry. Last year's had been 1 birr. What they are need at this time to improve their life is 10-fold. It doesn't mean better life means having a car, having electricity, or having a motorbike, or it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. At least to feed his families, nutritious food, to have clean water, and to have a clean clothes, and send his children to school.
Waaqa dhugaa, waaqa dhugoo, waaqa gubbaa, waaqa lafa daddee, gubbaa daddee, isaa daddee, nama daddee. Araddaa anoo bokkonnaa ardaa kana siin daddee, lafa jiituu daddee. Jijjiirraa akka waan tateen. Jijjiiramee, jiruu fi irra mina fiil, mina aara. Qaqaa kana keessaan bahee, mina danchaa ijaarratee, ilmee akka danchaa tamaarsifatee, jiruu hin jireenyi isaatu. Malki jaldeessaa irraa malki nama fakkaate.
Akkoo kenna dhugaas. Warra akkana luulaan. Nu gargaaru. Amma galatooma.
Fichaa yoo oole dhufee jabanaa waaqa kadhatee una. Jabana ta'een fichaan gala. Waaqa tobbaa, waaqa ardaa, waaqa diddamaa. Jabanaa nagaa nu godhi. Ilmee dhutte kanallee nu baree.
Samma godhi nuu fidaadhi nuu godhi nagaa nuu godhi. Imala kana kagalu.
Nu dhagi. Gatii bunaa jedhamu wal kaas. Gatii bunaa jedhamu wal kaas.
Akka buna dhaabuu jalqabe waggaa 20 buna malee hin jiru wani dhibii wani nama bulchu.
kadhaane lakkisi. Yoo ganna sadi ta'u geedha qaba. Ganna afuriitti ganna shaniitti hin guurrata. Akkana ittiin xaqqamaa turre. Haga achirraa kaasee haga ganna afurii sararannaa inni akkana guddatee jaaru kanatti midhaan baasaa buusaa bonaan gannaan deema. Akkana beekna hojii isaa. Bunni immoo gabaa isaa du'aa waan ta'eef dadhabbiin kiyya ganna kana keessatti haga amma ganna cimuu keessa ganna diqqeennaatiin jalqabee adoo buliin baafatee atoon buliin. Nuti amma ennaa siniin takkaan birrii 20 lakkisi. Siniin takkaan birrii 5 birrii 10 teeteeyyuu waan akkamii tolfanne nama samee gubbaa ba'e foon hin fakkaanne. Siniin takkaan birrii 20 bittu lakkisi. Naabuusi ayo daa'imakken.
Kobuusi kan agarsiisa.
Nami mana kana keessa nama 15 jayin ka hootu. Nama 15 kaas keessa bulu. Nama 15 jayin kunu kareefu deettee laansoo diqqaasan. Manni kiyyaa kana waliin lamaanuma. Amma dadhabbii qabeenya dhabaa mal'eeti duudiinuu deemti sila. Ani ijoollee an qabu dhiirri 6.
Keessa jira. Waggaa 5 kanaan duuba yoo dandeessisee gatiin bunaa xiqqoo barra akka mudhii jammare kana adoo jiraate itti fufee inni jedhee gatii bunaa adoo argate ta'e akka mana barumsaatti galchee isaanillee baratan halchaa qaba. Ifii fuudhabee akka isaan barsiisu yaada qaba. Ifii hunni na kutee hafee ifii immoo qotii dansaa waan dansaa innaa hojjadhee isaan mana barumsaa keessatti akka guddisu yaada qaba.
Maaliif hin gabareen taane ennaa jettee gaafattee kanaan dura akaakoon kiyya buna qotaa ture, dhaabaa ture, midhaa argataa ture ta'uu malee immoo gatii ga'aa gurguratee qarshii ga'aa ittiin dhimma ba'u waan argannee fi sababa kanaan kakaate abbaan kiyya akkasumas gajjachaan qotaa ture firee irraa argatuu malee immoo gabaan damsaan hin gurguramu gatiin damsaa as keessatti argamu waan argamnee fi rakkinni guddaa waan jiruu fi dhimma bayiisi waan hin danda'amnee fi alleen amma immoo qotee ka'ee akkasumas akka abbaaf akaakootti elaa waan jedhuune mana barumsaatti galee ka'ee hojja biraa eloo malee akka qabadhuu fi kana yaadeeti ka gabaree ta'uu dhabe. Fuulduratti yoo baradhee yoo haalli qabeenya kiyyaa qabeenya abbaa na dandeessisee na barsiisee sadarkaa guddaa akka dhaqqabu uummata kiyyaa fi biyya kiyyaa akka bulchu akka guddisuuf yaada kana. Garuu akka hojjadhee baradhee sadarkaa na dhaqqabee qabxiin kiyya naa ga'etti yoo dandeessisee waan waaqinaaf herrega cufumaa yookiin doktorii haa ta'u, shufeerii haa ta'u, hojja adda addaa irratti haa ta'u, ka waaqinaa herrege hundumaa hojjechuun barbaada.
Manni barumsaa kun waggaa gara 20 lakkoofsa jira. Kufi dadhabiisa jira. Haga jalqabee jechuun kutaa tokko haga 6 barsiisaa. Uummanni lafa kana kan irraa hundeeffame misoomisaa onni isaa buna irratti waan hundaa'eef kanaaf wanni isaanii dinagdee isaanii guddaan buna waan ta'eef buna walii akkas economic wannoon development isaanii kana waliin waan deemuuf kufaatii keessa jira sun amma reefitan agaggamiisa jira sulle ammoon baay'ee aga kana jedhanii waan qubsaa ta'ee miti.
Gatii xaa barbaadisa jedhuudha.
I can see a cow. 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 I can see a stone. I can see a stone. Again. I can see a stone.
I can see a cow.
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 I can see a goat.
I can see a goat. I can see a goat.
Kufaatuma bunaati sunuu qarshii hir'ina qarshii waan ta'eef irra guddaa hir'inni qarshii kuni as keessa akkuma isin argitanu blackboard illee baay'ee haga bitasiis dadhabu cufa sulle ammoo bittaa silaan dadhabu barsiisoti lamaan qaxarre sun waan isaan ummata keessaa baanee waan barattoota waliin rakkatanuuf kana ammoo isaaniif jennee qarshii jiru salle sunuyyuu amma achi akka kaffaluu dandeenyu hin beenu maafi xiqqoo qarshiin bunaa kun haga xiqqaa inni ol ka'e sunuu gad deebi'e.
My name is Janine and I'm the store manager here at Pike Place, and this is my assistant Megan.
Hi, I'm Megan.
She's going to lead the coffee tasting, so I'm just going to start pouring the coffee and everybody can feel free to step around. And
so welcome everybody. You're in the first Starbucks. We started in 71 right here. And the market is a wonderful place to be. It's a really cool atmosphere for Starbucks to be in.
I've been the manager here for 8 months, and it's been the most special thing ever. I've worked probably the last 3 years just to get to this store, and it's been phenomenal.
And I think she probably actually did a fairly decent job since she just received the Manager of the Quarter Award, which is for our area, which is many managers, and that's a really great tribute. I'm gonna get one.
Just when you think Starbucks is done, we keep getting bigger, you know. And Howard Schultz said, there was a video that he did back in, I think it was 98, and he said, you know, if Starbucks was a 20-chapter book, we'd be on about chapter 3 or 4. And I remember watching that as I trained the classes going, how much bigger can we get? And it's just amazing, just how much, not just how much bigger we're getting, but just the lives that we're touching. You know, we're in the people business serving coffee, so it's more about the connections that we have with our people and just what the brand stands for. So, nice to meet you. And thank you. All right, absolutely.
Maybe we'll see you in
Thank you. Thank you.
This is the first time Sidam has been involved in famine. And this is the extreme situation because we are having 200 children in 2 weeks' time in another center. That is overwhelming. That's why we had to open this area in a very short time. So it's the extreme case, I think.
When the hunger is coming at the beginning, the first people to be attacked is the very young. In our case, not only that. In this therapeutic feeding center, we do have a very youngs at the beginning nowadays. We do have also starts to admit adults. It tells us the magnitude of hunger is very high now.
Akkuin kun chigire no basho badalano ikko isi hidhinenta uddina usinnetina isino qole daano qannasi hakku heerin kun dikko dirrite ba'ena hakkoi hidhinenta gidira baqa abine iso hidhinai daafira hakkoi hongoena isi ba'in kunni hongeena tini chigire leeltiyo basho hakko woti isi hirahu loga qannasena butima daggiyo.
Raga shorba hati diwarka
Dirir sanga. Dirir dino sila.
No mana san. No mana gari lu sukare hamma.
Lekha de ichi.
We are not admitted this child. She is well nourished. Not well nourished, moderately malnourished, but it's not severe. Because of this, we can't able to accept this one. She is not fulfilled for admission criteria.
So where will she go?
She is going to her home.
We're in a taxi, we're heading back to the office now. What's the market doing? Okay, and currency? Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's positive. Okie dokie, we'll see you shortly. Bye. The market is up a little bit.
New York.
New York is up a little bit. Okay. So better to be up than down.
It is from Oromia region, the western part of Ethiopia.
That is very nice quality sun-dried. Very nice quality. When you open the bag, you can smell it, can't you? The fruitiness, the gaminess that's coming out of it is what people look for in Ethiopian coffees.
Simon is the only person who is paying us a better price for the conventional coffees. He's paying almost the price which is equal to the price we are selling organic coffee.
All right.
Yeah.
And would you be willing to work with a roaster that wanted to operate completely outside of the New York market? Because Taylor's is a roaster. One of the things we do is basically the New York market has an awful lot of problems, especially for specialty coffee growers, which is, I think, sort of Central America is probably the perfect example where if the New York market is around about 63 cents, the average cost of production is probably around about 90 cents. So for every pound of coffee Central American coffee grower sells, he's lost 30 cents. And that's one of the big problems. And over years of travelling to origin, Taylor's have seeing that more and more and more. So what we like to do is to operate outside of New York, because for individual coffee farmers it can be quite a destructive mechanism. For a small coffee farmer in Ethiopia, the New York paper market means absolutely nothing.
Okay. Is it fairly traded?
Yes, we have
fair trade coffees.
Just all the coffees here with a fair trade.
Do you have Ethiopian coffee?
Yeah. So we've got the Taylor's there, and then we.
You don't have it, huh?
Which one is it? You?
Ethiopian.
Ethiopian one.
Yeah. This is from Papua New Guinea. It's amazing, eh? All coffees are here, but ours is not. No Ethiopian coffee at all. I'm very sad because I'm looking at it reminds me of my farmers. They are desperate and they are getting a very low price. Their dairy income is very, very low. Here is our coffee here, Mocha Sidamo. This is Mocha Sidamo. Wow. It took me a long time to get my coffee, you see. It is just hidden behind. Our hope is one day the consumer would understand what he's drinking and will ask these people who are not having fair trade coffees to pay us a fair price. This is our hope. The consumers can bring a change if awareness given to consumers to ask for more of fair trade products. It's not only on coffee. All products which are coming from third world are getting a very low price. And the producers are highly affected. And the British people have to think of people producing bananas as well as coffee and the other products which are suffering from the low price.
Caatii dhaabii isaafi. Ammoo kun diqqaa fichaa tokko immoo addee dhibii ka midhaagaan tokko ka jiru. Kanallee akkasa midhaasiisaaf buna mureetti amma kaasaara. Buna kanallee maddii tokko marroo bunni gatii dhabee caatii gatii isa caaleef. Bunni gatii du'e malee. Ammoo buna lakkinyee waan dhibii qotiisaa fi hin dandeenye. Lati teene waan dhibii habaachuu hin jirtu. Addee buletanarraa ka'ee addee dhibii dhaqiisaa fi hin danda'u. Addeen buletiyya tanuma fichaan kiyya kanaa beekan ka mangistii irra na beeku kanuma waan dhibii inni dabaree naan baasu buna malee bunaaf urqicha kana malee naan baasu. Sadeeffooni wanna kun amma kana wanni jedhee fi diqqoo gatii buna caale jedhee jedhe malee hin baasu wanna dhibii. Marroo tanaaf waan dhibii qonnan dandeenye. Nuuf kennaaf immoo nu gadhaa kennan nyaanneetii mutu. Warra nyaatee isii araadaaf gadhaaf warra nyaatu jira. Nuti immoo ganzaba feenaa nu ganzaba irraa ganzabaan wal jijjiiran. Marroo sanii fi caatii amma hojii qabaatte buna caaltee bunni marroo gatii badee fi amma isii dhaabu qaxxalleerra. Amma didiqqaa dhaanne kanallee jaalannee dhaanneen jirru marroonni gatii du'aati. Caatii irra marroo xiqqinii.
This area is rich in coffee production, so most of the farmers in this district are tending to produce chat side by side with coffee. This is the distribution center of chat for this district. You can see a lot of people selling and buying chat. He's asking, I asked 35 birr for this. And this one is asking 30. He said 50, and I negotiated, and they said 30 birr for this. 30 birr for this, which is about $4 US. As you can see, it's not more than 20 branches. It's not more than 20 branches. So they get 30 birr from this. And they harvest twice a year. And they are getting better income. He says it makes me happy. It gives me strength, and it makes me happy. He says. We are one of the poorest countries in the world, so there is no subsidy. We don't have that kind of subsidies which is made by the rich countries like UK and many other European countries. That is why the world trade is unfair. because there is subsidy for all milk production and other productions in the developed world, while we, the poor countries, do not have money to subsidize the farmers. That is why we are looking at low price for our producers. That's why we cannot compete in the world market growing crops.
The World Trade Organization is beginning 5 days of talks here in Mexico aimed at opening up global trade. Western countries will be seeking greater access to new markets, while developing countries are expecting changes to a trading system they say is biased and unfair. The success of the talks is especially important for Africa, the only continent in the world to get poorer over the last 20 years.
soit réussie et que ça réponde à nos soucis qui sont réels, c'est-à-dire qui consistent à établir des relations commerciales tout à fait justes et équitables.
We would like the world trading system to be able to help us stand on our own feet so that aid is unnecessary. Trade is more important to us than aid. And that's all we're asking for. We don't want to be dependent on aid forever. It just can't happen.
The people are negotiating behind the closed doors upstairs. We are on the ground floor here. We're not allowed to go upstairs, but I understand that they're negotiating, and it's very difficult to predict what the result of that negotiation is.
The way negotiations happen here in the WTO ministerial is very unfair to developing countries. A lot of the smaller ones have come along with delegations of, for example, 3 people. Now, the European Union alone has got over 650 delegates here. Most of the negotiations take place behind closed doors, either in bilateral meetings between 2 countries or in kind of small working groups. Now, developing countries can't hope to cover all of these negotiations going on at one time.
The European Union and the United States are holding on to their positions. That is basically that they wouldn't want to stop subsidizing their farmers. Remember that for the past 20 years, the IMF and the World Bank have forced the African countries to stop subsidizing the agricultural system and their farmers.
L'agriculture et le développement, ça c'est clair, c'est pas pour nous seulement, c'est dans l'agenda ici. Nous sommes des observateurs qui fait que nous ne pouvons pas en tant que tel assister aux réunions pour aider nos négociateurs. Nous n'avons pas un local dans ce bâtiment par exemple, nous sommes obligés de squatter des lieux. Mais ça va dans tout cela pour pouvoir faire le travail que nous devons faire. Donc c'est pas seulement le renforcement de nos capacités au niveau, je dirais, intellectuel, mais c'est aussi au niveau pratique, au niveau matériel, pour pouvoir participer efficacement aux négociations.
The trade talks have just completely collapsed. the African, Caribbean, Pacific countries said that they weren't being listened to. They didn't want the new issues being pushed by the European Union, and that they weren't prepared to negotiate anymore. The EU is primarily at fault. They pushed developing countries so far, and they insisted on talking about their issues rather than the central issues of poverty and development, which should have been the main part of these trade talks, instead of the rights of corporations as in these new issues.
A number of developing countries' ministers were not all that keen to learn about the intricacies of competition, and the vision that they had to invest political capital to explain this at home and so on, which just wasn't there.
The WTO is supposed to be a rules-based organization, but it's a power-based organization, and we are not ready to accept that. If anything, we are taking the power back, and we must take the power back from these few people who go into green rooms and manipulate the rest of us.
There were can-do countries here, and there were won't-do countries. The harsh rhetoric of the won't-do overwhelmed the concerted efforts of the can-do.
The poor farmers of Africa and the rest of the world will remain poor because of the subsidies. The subsidies must be removed. If Africa and the rest of the world or the poor countries have got to benefit anything from these talks.
And as I've made clear from the first days I've taken office, the United States has an agenda on multiple fronts. We're going to keep opening markets one way or another.
I'm a little bit sad when I see people totally depending on foreign aid, because we are teaching, our children. Children are, learning something. That is begging. Instead of, becoming, self-helping, instead of self-helping, through their own production, they are learning something which is negative, for their own futurity. So I am not happy when I see this one. And I don't know what we should find ways and means in which these people, their problems could be alleviated.
እንግዲህ 15 ቀን በላዋለሁ። ይሄን አሁን ሳገኝ 15 ቀን እበላለሁ።
Grower exporter. Grower exporter.
My hope is to get new contacts, and the thing is believing. I will allow them to taste coffees at the Ethiopian booth, and I will also give them, I do have free samples, takeaway samples of different coffees, Harar, Limu, Sidamu, Jirga Café, and Nakamti coffees, and they will take back home, roast it, and then they cup and see the difference.
Quite easy. They've also split the top panel now so you can look in and see what's going on in the brew unit. The side panel comes off, 5 screws, 3 Molex plugs, and the brew unit pulls out. Coffee, buzz. There she goes. Yep.
It's a gorgeous bag.
Little 2.5, 2 ounce bag up to about a 3 pound bag.
Limu washed, we do have Jirga Café washed. I ran out of samples.
Do you mind if I take it?
Possible. You can take, and you can come anytime you want. Okay?
Good to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Harar, can you taste this one also?
Okay, how are you doing?
Bagana gyan lutan. Aru wanti korakan wolin murtesa marro jannu fi isiyanne inna yanumo kesumot bi alallen dufanirani taaddasa maskala ono injirani betani manajeri tigafatama kuno yuneni woggaa gara woggaatitti jijjiirama hedduu misakka jiranu isaanii
gurgurtaa buna karaa fair trading gurguramerra bu'aa argamerra saantimni 5 hundinuu jireenya hawaasa kanaa jijjiiruudhaaf kan oolu jechuudha. Mana barnootaa yookiin mana yaalaa yookiin immoo bishaan qulqulluu ittiin hojjechuudhaaf jechuudha maallaqa kan kenname.
Naannoo kanatti daa'imman didiqqoof barbaachisaa waan jettutti murteeffanneerra. Maa wayyaa kanumaan kajaarru moo birrii ganaa nu gaafataneerani maa wayyaa kajennu
kanaafi isaan ijoollee didiqqoo gannisi umurii isaanii diqqoo akka achi dhunneedhaneeti ka fillaagooti abbaan tamaarsifataa fi jedhe marroo ijoolleen tamaarte nami tamaare marroo bu'aa biyyallee gosa fiilleef warra fiilleef marroo qabuufiin tamaarsifanna jennee rakkoo guddoo seenneer.
Kenna warra ameetiin kaqaxxalanii nu qarqara jennaa ta'e kenna yuunanii bu'aa ala buna baay'ee gurguramirraa nu ilaaltee kennite kana ka baratti yaanu eegganne mana kana ijaaranna malee mana muyoo ijaaruu malee.
Yoo diddama baasaa jedhanii dhibba yoo baasaa jedhanii kenna ka qara asii qannu keessallee wanni kun nu bahu qara as keessa jiru keessallee birri haganaa asitti ed'antu yoo jedhanillee nu baastanii nu mari'achiistanii hin gammadaan hin fedhaallee shaamisi qabu gurguree ka'eeti ijoolleen keenya biyyi keenya akka gurgura guddattu. Shaamisi qabu yoo waan dhibiilee dhabe shaamisi kiyya gurguree kennaa'ani kiyya yaadi kanaadha waaqaa fi isinillee ulfinni isinillee haa ta'u jedha.
Kanammoo itti dabalamee haa hojjetamu jedha mee mirkaneessaasi.
Haa hojjetamu.